Alrighty, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. I haven't done a deck playthrough for a while. I'm doing Spellcaster in this one. Spellcasters aren't too bad in this game. I've put Dark Magician as the deck leader. Skull Knight, Dark Magician, very strong. Kazajin's very good. And Rogue Doll, also very good for bones. Or, what's he called in this? Necromancer? And then just some other filler monsters. Have remembered to put my field spell in. Generic power-ups and just the deck fillers to make up my 40 cards with the rituals. So a lot of you playing this game, you've probably seen the intro scene before, which is way too long to put in every video. So we are siding with Khyber to begin with. The journey starts at Stonehenge and where these little green pathways are. The first duelist, when you side with Khyber, is against Taya. So Taya's not too difficult. She uses fairy types. They do get a power up in the mountain terrains, but that's all. They don't get a power up in the normal terrains, and most of this field is normal terrain. Alright, I'm going to pass a turn because we've drawn a Dark Magician. So that card with a power increase. I wonder what that would be. Alright, let's put our Dark Magician down and towards the deck leader. Taya's strongest card, I think, is Air Knight Parched Saf. Giak Tenno Megami is also up there. Taya doesn't have a lot of really strong cards. I'm going to put that in defense. Actually, it is going to sacrifice a monster, but I will be able to see what it is. Because remember, the mountain range will give her monsters extra power up. It's Hoshiningen. So that's not too bad, that's beatable. Now, the bad thing about dueling Taya with a Spellcaster deck is a lot of the Spellcasters are Dark type, or have I got it wrong? Is it Dark that Spellbinds Light? I can't remember for sure. No, maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Dark Magician can attack directly now, because she didn't move her deck leader. So the AI is very exploitable in this game, I will say. It is very easy to manipulate, it's easy to trick them. So, yeah. Alright, so after its power-ups, Hoshiningen only has 1300 attack, so it must have been a 300 plus attack equip card, because Hoshiningen by itself only has, as you see, 500 attack. Spellcaster monsters of Dark, which is none of them. Okay, let's... Now, does that... 19... Doesn't quite win the duel. We're 100 points off. However, the deck leader will pretty much just run into... Or actually, where Taya's put the deck leader, we can actually... Can we reach? Oh no, I think that's... Can't see. Oh no, it is our Gemini elf. Thought that might have been my deck leader. Actually, there is a way we can win this now. If we use our field spell, Dark Magician will get a movement bonus from being in Yami terrain. Very good. Dark Magician attack. That is Taya done. Okay, so with Taya done, the next duelist is it Tristan from memory? I think it's Tristan. Right, Hesheningen. There's two. Are we off to a... one off. To be honest, there's not many more cards that I can really get through that graveyard slot thing. There is still some, but it is very hard to actually get new cards, since I don't have all of them, I have most of them. So I am playing this on PS2, I don't have access to Game Shark or anything like that to get all the cards. So I build the decks with the monsters I have available, which is most of them. Alright, 2 Curse Breakers and a Skull Knight. So spell. So Skull Knight can be equipped with Black Pendant. Arguably Tristan is the worst duelist in this game. He has a very odd strategy of moving his cards side to side. His strongest card, I think, is Patrician of Darkness, which is 2000. And it's a zombie type, so it will get a boost in the Wasteland terrain, but a lot of his cards, they can get boosts in Wasteland and the Yami sides, but he's not a strong duelist. And as you see, he's moving his cards side to side, which just kind of opens him up for an attack. Even already, he's already overwhelmed. Doesn't quite realise that he has also just ended his deck leader movement. And little does he realise now that he is now vulnerable to an attack. Alright, let's put... Actually, the duel may already be over because Neo should be able to power up from that. That will be a 2200 point damage, and then Skull Knight can finish the job. So there you go, Tristan lasted 3 turns, if that? And 3 turns is a lot on this game because... isn't a lot on this game because the turns, generally, they take longer. You need more turns to win a duel than what you do in the traditional format of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Okay, good win. I think that's all going to be false trap except Carbanola Warrior. Oh, we've hit 2. So I'm not trying too hard with the slots. To be honest, if I was going to do slots, I would actually get Slot Machine's deck leader ability up so I can get the extra slot bonus where you can line up 3 going diagonally or on other rungs instead of just the center. So Mai is one of the harder duelists in the game. She is only 3rd in on Kaiba's side. She has the potential of getting monsters well over 3000 attack. They all get movement bonuses in the mountain terrain, which is quite large. Her deck leader has double movement. And even some of her basic monsters can be up above 2000 to 2500. So she is actually quite a difficult one to beat this early in the game. That should be all monsters of light. Okay. Alright, most of her, even her power-up monsters, they don't usually get above 3600. they can. I have seen her hit 4,000 before with a monster. So she can do it. And Kanan the Swords Mistress. That's a very unusual card for her to start off with. Alright, Skull Knight in. Novox's Prayer in. And let's just put that there just to occupy the space. So if you can overwhelm Mai very, very quickly, she'll fail to attack you back. Although you do still need to be careful because she can jump her deck leader and put her monsters like right up to you. She is able to do that. Alright, let's get Dark Magician Girl onto the field. Alright, some of these are going to be trap cards as well, magic and trap cards. So that was Harpy's Feather Duster, that just went. Alright, let's move Dark Magician Girl in, let's move Skull Knight up. So for example, if I move my deck leader up here, she would move her deck leader here, summon here, and then attack me. She can do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to move up and we're going to occupy that spot there. This way, she shouldn't be able to stage an attack. Alright, Yami will take away her field bonus. Alright, so what was that? That was a Monster Reborn. And there you go, that's what I mean. 2,600. And that's in terrain that she doesn't have a bonus in. Alright, let's move back. Well, you know what they say, if you drown, don't look down, all you can see is the darkness. So she's going to have to summon something. Okay, Darkfire Dragon. Alright, so now we are in range of her deck leader. Push right up against the side. And we can put another Skull Knight onto the field to get rid of that eagle. And that's also, actually no, I can checkmate her here as well. No, I can't. I got Spellbound. And I have left myself available to an attack, and she doesn't take it. I actually thought she could only move one space, but she could have summoned there and still attacked me, but she chose not to. So I am somewhat lucky though. Okay, 1,800, that should be enough. Yeah, Mai is never a fun duel. She is very, very capable of winning at any stage. She can just pull out a 2,600, she can pull out a 3,000 attacker and hit you back very, very hard and quick. However, the Spellcaster deck has won, so There's a monster reborn. Alright, next duelist after Mai is Mako. Yeah, it's Mako. So you jump on the boat here, Mako will take you out to the middle of the ocean, and in the story he will then challenge you to a duel. And the deal is, if you beat him, he will put you onto the coast of France. So, as you see, lots of ocean terrain for Mako's field. So the Stern Mystic at 2000 isn't really... I'm not going to throw that into attack. Mako does have monsters that can hit over 2000. I would say Mako is a lot easier than Mai, but he can still damage you if you're not careful. Alright, let's step the deck leader forward and do that. So what we'll do, we'll put our Yami here and pretty much smother off his ocean. And Stern Mystic can get another 500 points. When you drown, don't look down, all you can see is the darkness. Very fitting for this duel. And all I have in my hand are equip cards. Alright, let's put Stern Mystic front and center. This is now in range. That will transform it back to water. And I have now lost the battle. I was not expecting that. However, a Dark Magician or a Skull Knight would be a good draw right now. Kazajin, he's a spellcaster, he's not the right typing though. Violent Rain might still attack there, so... Nope. Although it is now in a darkness terrain, so let's get rid of it. So that effect active from Kazajin. Kazajin won't take battle damage, so it is a very good card. Okay, let's put Fairy Injection Lily there. Just in defense, we don't need the 50-point boost of our life points every turn just yet. Yes, the game did skip just then. That is quite common in Mako's duel. For some reason, Mako's duel is a little bit buggy or something. It does do things like that. Sometimes when you go to the Strait of Dover and you go to like initiate this duel, the ship will go out to the middle of the field and it will just not load up Mako's dialogue and will just freeze the game. That is also something that happens quite often. Once you beat it once, you don't have to see that dialogue again, so... Of light monsters. Neither one of them are light. I've actually got just this big bundle up of equip cards and I'm not able to use any of them. There we go. That will be 350 life points off. Now with Fairy Injection Lily up, I will get 50 points every turn, which isn't a lot, but it can still make the difference sometimes. The only thing is that you do have that pop up every turn. So Kazajin can I thought that was one of his monsters, that was my Bright Castle, but that's fine. It's another magic card. So we can still advance Kazajin right up to his deck leader by jumping in those dark terrains. What's he doing? Yeah, this is what I mean about the game's AI. It doesn't seem to register that Bottom Dweller is not stronger in that darkness terrain, and it gets a 50-point drop, so that is a thing in this game. The AI isn't perfect. It's another equip card. Well, equip, it's a ritual card, but let's put Kazajin way in. So he's actually just going to sit there and keep losing 350 life points every turn. Remember, this game was released in, was it 2002? Yeah, I think it was 2002 that this was released. So, another one. Another one. Alright, Kazajin. Alright, let's put Kazajin here. That's Red Archery Girl, and it's got 2500 defense. Kazajin doesn't take battle damage from it, mind you, but so if I raise the defense of Injection Fairy Lily, that Bottom Dweller will stop attacking me. The game isn't registering that it's losing 500 points by moving into the darkness terrain. Alright, finally, at long last, we have drawn our Skull Knight. Dark Magician or a Skull Knight, either one would do. And we now have 4950, or is it 4750, 4250 outside of its terrain. Aqua Snake will spellbind an enemy for a turn when it is flipped up. Ugachi will teleport to the opponent's summoning area. Which, to be honest, doesn't really bother me. So the downside to this game is this. The opponent will select all of their cards to sort of like end their... before they just end their turn. They don't just end their turn, they have to select all their cards manually. It is the downside to this game. Alright, there's Dark Magician. There's no equips. That'll be a 1700 point damage. Is that? That's enough to end Mako's life points. Unconvincing duel. We didn't get a lot of good luck with our drawing in our hand, but nevertheless, the duel is over. Okay, what's that? Ugachi. 3 Yugiohs. What did we get? Fantastic. That was not even worth getting the 3 in a row for. Alright, after defeating Mako, he drops you off in France, where our next opponent will be Joey. Joey also is not a very strong duelist. He does have red eyes, he does have... I think he does have a metal morph. He can get red eyes, black metal dragon, but Joey, he's not a difficult duelist. Mako and Mai are definitely harder. Joey's probably harder than Tristan and Taya, but he's definitely not harder than Mai. So, it's an average hand to start off with. Magician of Faith will revive a magic card from a graveyard. So that can get me an equipped card back if it was needed. Alright, let's just wait a turn. In fact, let's put that down. And see if he has got a monster in... I was going to say if he had a monster inside the mountain terrain. Since he's put that to defense mode, I think that might actually be an acid trap hole or... yeah, a trap card. Tears of the Mermaid. That would reduce a monster's attack by 600 and spellbind it for a turn. So now that's out of the way, let's place Skull Knight onto the field. At 3650, that's pretty much going to cream anything Joey plays down on the field. Alright, Skull Knight forward. We can equip Kazajin with those 2 Book of Secret Arts. The Unhappy Maiden doesn't give me any battle damage, so let's see what that card is. An 1800 attack, Swamp Battle Guard. Kazi will do 500 points of direct damage. But other than that, alright, let's chase that deck leader down. Kazajin at 3400 attack will beat Swamp Battle Guard. I think my Kazajin will get spellbound because of the wind versus earth attributes. That is a thing in this game, spellbind. Alright, proceed in. Crawling Dragon. Okay. Now all my spellcasters will lose points in meadow terrain. Usually Joey doesn't run to the left, usually he runs to the right. Alright, I don't want that card to activate. Yeah, it's very rare that he actually runs to the left. He usually runs right. Alright, on the next turn we should be able to get a checkmate victory, or almost. Is that a magic card or a monster? It is definitely a monster. Let's put Skull Knight in, let's put Gemini Elf in, let's put Carthage in here, and let's box in this. Alright, on the next turn, Joey should be beaten. Yep, it is only a baby dragon. I can just attack him, but there is something satisfying about getting a checkmate win. Alright, with Joey beaten, next is Skull Knight has been promoted. That is for the deck leader abilities. Alright, Swamp Battle Guard, Zero type Magic Crusher, Zero type Magic Crusher, Type 0 Magic Crusher, whatever it's called. The next duel is Shadi Morton. Not too difficult, a little bit annoying because he's got crushed terrain. But he's not too difficult. I'd say decent starting hand, but it's not a decent starting hand when there's crushed terrain about. Now the issue with that being there is that I can't get a summon down. There is, however, other ways to win a duel. So let's power up Skull Knight like this. At 3550 defense, if Shadi attacks it, he'll lose a tremendous amount of life points, and then I should be able to attack him again next turn, and it should actually wipe him out. I like to call it the defense to attack. So defense to attack strategy. Otherwise, I will probably have to wait till I get Yami. Which, you know, very well could be on the bottom of... No, there we go. He has decided to attack. Alright. That going down there will be a Buku, I think. I think that's what Spirit of the Books does. Now, I know that was a monster that he just put there. And it wouldn't be over 1500 attack because it is in the crushed terrain. Let's skip a turn. It'll still get its attack off. I won't be able to attack it back now, but that's okay. 2400. I should be able to knock Shardy out on the next turn. Alright, there we go. See, sometimes that strategy is the best way to go towards winning a duel, rather than just trying to attack them head on. Dark Magician will get destroyed now because it's in crushed terrain, but that's okay. Having the opponent on 0 life points is a lot more valuable. Spin the wheels, avoid the fake traps. Prisman. Electric Lizard and a fake trap. Next is Jasper Dice Tutor, I think. Yugi's grandpa. Yes. He is one of the most annoying duelists in the game, if not maybe the most annoying. No, I'd say Labyrinth Mage is more annoying. So is Pegasus, but no. Jasper Dice Tutor has Exodia in his deck. He doesn't get to summon it very often, but this duel can take a few turns because you have to walk around the entire perimeter just to get to him. Now, he always does put trap cards down first. Like, almost always. So, having Neo go first is actually not too bad. So to summon Exodia on this, you need the head as the deck leader, and you need to put all of his bits around in his summoning area in the correct zones. It's actually a more difficult Exodia summon. It's handy if I get Yami drawn early, but it looks like I won't get it drawn. So the thing is, he doesn't really have anything that's going to attack you. He's only got things that are going to stall and slow you down. That's his whole strategy, is literally just to slow you down. May even get rid of these two. Alright, since he has 4 cards down, let's flip this up. Let's see what he's got. So, there you go, he's got 1 Exodia face down. Annie, Raigeki, Illusionist, and Stern Mystic of his own. Flip mine up as well. I thought he only did opponent's cards. He's also flipped mine up, but that's fine, it doesn't matter. The good thing about flipping Illusionist up is that has a 3-turn Spellbind effect. So I don't have to wait 3 turns for a card to get unspellbound. Alright, let's get rid of these. We're slowly making our way through. just desserts. That will do 300 for every monster, because remember I got a Stern Mystic down there as well. Alright, Neo in, Skull Knight in, Dark Magician in. Should be alright for now. It's just a slow march of trying to get into that fortress of his. Time Seal will spellbind the monster with the highest attack on the field. So it is another... I do have a Curse Breaker. It is another attempt to basically stall. The only problem is unspellbinding Skull Knight does end its turn, so... Alright, he has decided to relinquish his defense. Phantom D1, I think that's a 1 turn, or is it a 3? It's a 3. That's why I put Neo first. So I can just run over Neo with Skull Knight. Or he can move his deck leader over Phantom D1 for some reason. Like I said, the AI in this game is a little bit broken. They will do some very, very strange things. Alright. Well, I guess it's spellbound, so maybe the opponent doesn't think that I'm going to run over my own cards. Maybe that's why he moved next to Neo, because he thought it was safe. Although he's put his deck leader there and ended its movement, so he is going to get attacked by Skull Knight. So basically, yeah, he'll try and clog those hallways. Instead, though, he has clogged the wrong side. Ukazi, and he will whittle your life points away with those sorts of cards. Pretty much, he's a coward duelist. All right, Skull Knight is in range. Dark Magician is coming. We've got more in our hand if we need them. Unless he summons something big, which he probably doesn't have. It's another just desserts, but that's fine. I've got double movement now with Skull Knight being in. But he hasn't even attacked me, and he's taken more than half of my life points. But it's not going to matter now, he's beaten. Alright, avoid the fake traps. Ukazi. At least we got one card, I guess. I think I already have a few Ukazis. Okay, next is Bakura. Bakura's not a difficult duelist, but I have lost to him before with this deck. He is capable of pulling very unusual tricks and suddenly getting to your deck leader. So, be more cautious of him this time, that's for sure. So that card's infected with Crush card. So if it gets destroyed, it will turn the surrounding field into a Crush terrain. I think that's what that was. So obviously with that not being a monster, okay, that is definitely a monster. Let's put Chakra's card there. This deck leader is in range. Let's put Kazajin down. Basically, you want to jump Bakura early. You don't want him putting down too many cards and getting some of his strategy down, because he has some nasty traps. He has some nasty ways to do damage. Alright, Kazajin is in range. I'm going to try and encourage him to move that deck leader forward. Alright, so with that Mushroom Man sitting there, let's move him out of the way. Alright, now that we got the deck leader forward, let's finish him off. That's what you want. Quick, easy. A quick, easy win with Bakura. You don't want to drag the duel out. The longer the duel drags out, the better it gets for him. Alright, spin the reels. It is nothing but that plant, because it's all a... Could I get 3? Oh, nearly. Alright, with Bakura done, I've got 441 wins, so let's do a reincarnate just for fun. I don't think there's really many cards I can get from it anymore. There we go, let's reincarnate Nukazi just because I have 5 of them. Griggle. Penguin Soldier. And Red Medicine. That's not too bad actually from a reincarnation of an Nukazi. Only had 1 Red Medicine. Got plenty of the others, but I can't really do anything more with those reincarnations. I don't really know if there's any more cards I can get from it. Alright, so last duel, if you chose to side with Kaiba, is against Yugi. Yugi's not difficult, but he is a bit cheap. He has Mirror Force in his deck. So, you know, you do have to just be careful with him. So Fairy Injection Fairy Lily is perfect for a crush spot. That is probably... what would that be? Fortunately, I can look in his graveyard. That would be Sand Mystical Sand is what that would be. It's a 2100 attacker and good in wasteland terrain. We've got Karzajin, so might lead the attack with him. So I don't want it there. So with Yugi, you don't want to rush in too quickly. So basically, I want him to attack. I want him to attack Karzajin. That gets rid of that mystical sand. Alright, now we're going to jump forward. Put a curse breaker down, and we're going to see if that's a monster. It isn't. It was a paralyzing potion, so he does do that. He does put paralyzing potions and other things around, usually around in that crush space. Sometimes he'll put Mystical Elf there because of its defense, so, but not this time. Let's put down our Skull Knight. We'll get him out of the Toon. Mirror Force. Alright, that will get rid of Karzajin and Skull Knight. Fortunately though, I think he does only have one of them. That's what I mean, it's a cheap card for a cheap duelist. You know what? That could be Giant Soldier of Stone. Alright, the Unhappy Girl doesn't take battle damage, so it's fine to leave that in attack mode. Alright, it is Celtic Guardian. We can take advantage of that card. It's not very strong, and Yugi will attack with it. Sorry, bumped my mic. Okay, so he should attack my Dark Magician Girl with his Celtic Guardian. We should pretty much just be able to launch an attack now, since he's already used his Mirror Force. I'm sure he only has one. See if we can convince that card. It might even be a magic card. No, oh, okay, it was a beaver warrior. Alright, another 50 points. Alright, well with Beaver Warrior, let's see if we can drag him around the field a little bit. No, he's gonna sit it there in defense mode. Alright, Nia will lose that again in the toon terrain, but that's okay. Ah, Gaia the Fierce Knight. So yeah, Yugi does have, he does have his Summon Skull, he does have his Dark Magician, his Dark Magician Girl, his Gaia, he does have good monsters. But damn, alright. Okay, there's a Skull Knight. I know I'm getting rid of Rogue Doll. Put Dark Magician, Magician of Faith on the field. See if I can draw Gaia into an attack, which I don't think it will. Alright, Yami. But where do we want to activate it? Right, well, Gaia won't be able to attack us. Alright, this will get rid of that little crush terrain in front of his... sort of like in front of his deck leader there, so now we can advance with Dark Magician Girl. And it was a Dark Energy, so that is another power-up. That does happen if you leave your equip cards hanging around on the field. Your enemies can pick them up. Alright, good. Gaia's in front. It's also in range of Dark Magician Girl now as well. Raigeki. This is what I mean. Mirror Force, Raigeki, some of these cards that he has. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of all of these, because we don't need them. Alright, Guy the Fierce Knight is down. And we can charge right in with Skull Knight. Alright, Skull Knight in. That's going to be a 2150 life point loss, which will end the duel. Because Yugi left a stray monster laying about. There we go. Good win. Lengthy, but we won. Dark Magician. Winged Dragon. Celtic Guardian. 3 classic Yugi monsters. Alright, after this, you would normally go and fight one of them. But that's okay, we can leave them both to the end. So after beating Yugi, Kaiba kind of invades. He takes you over to Stonehenge, but he doesn't quite get what he wants. You'll end up fighting one of those Manawan dudes who, because they're the stronger duelists, I'll leave them both to the last. So now let's side with Yugi. You come back through here and you land there at Milford Haven. You then get the option between Rex Raptor and Weevil. Let me just do a quick save, because I have lost to Pegasus before as well. Okay, let's do Weevil. Usually I'll always start with Weevil. Okay, let's press forward. It's a pretty rubbish hand. Let's just get rid of it. Alright, Stern Mystic is on the field. Sorry, I was looking at something on my phone. Never mind. Okay, Weevil has put his first monster down. Again, not much of a hand. Let's put that here. Let's gain 50 life points. Alright, we know what's on the field, which is handy. Bladefly is not a strong monster. He's got an infinite dismissal on the field as well. Alright, that can't go with Skull Knight, so let's use that to block Bladefly's path. Alright, Bladefly is spellbound, which means we can use Still can't summon a stronger monster. Alright, we can get off to a start. Skull Knight will beat Bladefly. We'll Spellbind because Wind will do that to Dark Monsters, but that's okay because I didn't really want Skull Knight to move that direction if I didn't have to. See if he'll move 2 spaces forward. Indeed he will. That's Needleworm. That's not a good card to have next to a Skull Knight. That's Krieger Hercules. That's stronger. Ooh, he's going to summon Javelin Beetle. He doesn't do this very often. Fortunately, that means I won't be able to attack his monsters. So Javelin Beetle's 2450. In forest terrain, it will be 2950. And he's put it in defense mode. 3 Dark Magicians in the hand. Well then. So his strongest monsters are Javelin Beetle, and he can summon Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth as well. Alright, Dark Magician can actually get beaten by that Javelin Beetle. That's okay. Let's get rid of Hunter Spider. And let's put Skull Knight here. Might try and get something to spring that Infinite Dismissal trap. So, Javelin Beetle, what's its effect? 600 bonus when battling against dragons. I have already done a dragon playthrough. Alright, that will get rid of that trap card. Skull Knight and Javelin Beetle are the same attack. So he can attack Gemini Elf though. Weevil usually does end up... Usually Weevil's duel doesn't take this long, but he inevitably will end up making a stupid move or a mistake of some sort. You know what, I think I might copy his trap card. Oh, if I knew it was I thought it was going to put it under. If I knew it was going to put it there, I would have actually got that Dark Energy. Alright, let's move Skull Knight forward. Infinite Dismissal will stop that Javelin Beetle for 3 turns though. Usually Weevil's duel doesn't take this long, so... So Infinite Dismissal only spring when Javelin Beetle moves next to it, so... When you drown, don't look down. All you can see is the darkness. Alright. Let's move Skull Knight in. So Javelin Beetle will move its double terrain advantage since it's no longer in forest. Unfortunately though, Infinite Dismissal doesn't reduce any attack points. Alright, Skull Knight's in deck leader, attack range. Play Dark Magician with Dark Energy. I'm not going to attack it yet though. I should be able to get a few more equip cards. So Weevil does have Rose Spectre of Dun, which will be 2500 in Forest. And he's left his deck leader to be attacked, so... No, he's got another Infinite Dismissal. Very well played, Weevil. That's annoying because it's going to take me another 3 turns to be able to attack now. Black Pendant, Spellcaster Monsters of Dark. Still not going to attack, I'm still going to wait, see if I can get another equip card. And then I should be able to put Dark Magician in defense, have Javelin Beetle attack, and then attack him the next turn, and that should finish him off. Actually, you know what, let's summon that here. Ooh, a Hunter Spider, and not a strong one either. $9.50, is that 24, 34? Yes. There we go, we don't need to wait anymore. Well, that duel took a lot longer than what it usually would. The Spellcaster deck didn't do as good against Weevil. That is the interesting thing about doing these runs though. You find out certain duelists are harder than what they normally are. So, because Weevil's very easy with like an Aqua deck where you can just change all the field. Well, to be fair, most decks are easy with an Aqua deck. Oh, how did I get 2 Blade Flies? Alright, so that's Weevil done. Let's head over to Raptor. He's usually the one I duel second when I side with Simon McMurran. Alright, let's get rid of Novox's Prayer. Get rid of Curse Breaker, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all of them. So Raptor's not too difficult. Best monster is Brachioradus at 2200, which will be 2700 in Wasteland. Let's put that in defense. Down this side. Unhappy Maiden doesn't take battle damage. Okay, step forward. God, this is a rubbish hand. Where's all my equip cards? I don't understand that, because if he put that there to begin with, he would have been able to attack me then. Let's move that forward. Okay, that's now in range of Gemini Elf. They're both equip cards for Skull Knight, which we will be able to summon on the next turn. So let's get rid of Rogue Doll. Yugioh. Alright, Yugioh I can exploit. I can put a monster in defense and have Yugioh attack it. Practical is 2900. Usually that's 1900. With an equip and a field bonus, it will get to 2900. So Yugioh's 2000. Yeah, I'm going to exploit Yugioh. I'm going to put Skull Knight in defense mode and let Yugioh attack it, so he can lose more life points. Altogether, that's going to lose him about 2,500 points. Alright, let's get rid of Yugioh. Now, with 2900, I haven't got anything straight out of my hand that will beat that, but I have got Skull Knight next to it, so Practical won't be able to reach in time. There's Yami, let's play that. Alright, Practical will lose 500 points, will lose its movement. Let's advance Skull Knight. Okay, Practical. 2400. Might do the same again. I might get it to attack Skull Knight, lose some more points, and hopefully I can draw an equip card and I can end the remaining 2,000 of his life points. So 1750. No, I'd need more than what I have in equip cards. Raptor's one that can take a while just because of these corridors, this corridor-like field that he has, but shouldn't be too bad. He's only got 900 points left, which isn't a lot. And both the Skull Knights are moving almost in unison. Alright, what I can do here, I can destroy that card he just put into defense mode, but I'm not going to, because if I do, his deck leader will run this way before that Skull Knight has a chance to cut him off. And what he'll do then is he'll end up running around the perimeter of the field and it will take longer to beat him. So like this, he will literally just sit there until I advance onto him. So basically I want to block him in. Nope, he's moved his deck leader to try and prevent that, and all he's done is put his deck leader in front of my Skull Knight. Again, the AI, it's broken. Alright, there's another good win. Usually now I go... Well, it depends what deck I'm using, to be honest. Stainstorm, wow. That's actually not a bad card. It's a 50 deck cost. It destroys all the machine monsters on the field. So you see where the red barriers go. I'm actually going to do Bones next. He will be easy with this deck, especially if I draw Rogue Doll, because Rogue Doll just destroys a zombie monster. It doesn't even initiate the battle. So mix it up a little bit. Alright, there is Yummy on the first turn, which is very, very nice. I've only got one of them in the deck, so to get it in the starting hand is quite handy. Okay, did not get cards I wanted, but that's okay. Let's put this in defense mode. If Bones attacks it, of course, he is a very unique duelist. He will often avoid attacking for some reason. See what I mean? Okay, he'll attack with that. Armored Zombie at 2800. Oof, okay, that's not good. Let's get rid of these. Alright, Cursebreaker can get rid of his equip spell. And put him back to 2000. So So he's getting a movement bonus because of that pumpkin, the King of Ghosts. Okay, there's Rogue Doll. Which is light, so that's anything other than dark. Let's power up Rogue Doll. And Rogue Doll... The only issue with Rogue Doll's effect is its effect will activate, and the only thing is I won't do any life point damage. So Rogue Doll's effect is that it just destroys the zombie monster. Actually, let's put them the other way around in case that's had any power increments. A Rogue Doll will pretty much win the entire match. Unless it gets eternally spellbound, which Bones does have the ability to do. And he's put that in defense mode. Okay, there's Karzajin. Not particularly the card that I was after, but... But Karzajin will still deal quite a bit of damage, so that's fine. Robo, okay. Alright, let's move Rogue Doll in. Basically, Rogue Doll will just destroy everything he has, so... Fortunately though, my deck leader is on the other side of the field, so this duel might take a few more turns yet. So Rogue Doll is his worst nightmare in this duel. Get rid of that next turn. If I draw a Skull Knight or a Dark Magician, they will have 4 equipped cards. They will be over 4,000 attack. Dakuru Rider. We've had 2 ritual summons played from our opponents in one run. I don't think that's ever happened. So Dakuru Rider, I think, is 1950 attack. And yes, because of the AI's inability to read effects, he has wasted his Dakuru Rider. That Curse Breaker is a backup for Rogue Doll. Okay, let's place this down. Since I have a handful of Skull Knight Dark Magician equipped cards. Rogue Doll in. Karzajin in. There's that Skull Knight we were after. In the darkness it has over 5,000 attack, which will pretty much annihilate anything in its path. That's fine. Gazajin's not going to cost me any points. Rogue Doll will win that instantly because it's Rogue Doll against a zombie. Although it's now spellbound. Oh, the Snakehair's effect will permanently spellbind any monster that destroys it. That's why I had that. That's why I had that Curse Breaker on the field. And get that over to Rogue Doll. Increase. Let's attack that. Nightmare Scorpion. That's another spellbind, and I think that is also 3 turns. No, it's only 1 turn. Either way, he's just about boxed in. It's not going to go far. So now he'll just keep slapping down zombie monsters against Rogue Doll, and they'll just keep getting destroyed. Alright, Rogue Doll is back. And next turn, we might be able to reach that Scorpion. So yeah, the opponent can't determine effect monsters, so it's just going to keep, he's just going to keep destroying his own monsters. Okay, first of all, let's get rid of that Nightmare Scorpion. That'll just about do the duel. 300 points left. Skull Knight here. Let's put this Skull Knight here. Wow, okay. Rogue Doll can be destroyed by a Dark Hole. He's swept the field clean. I've used most of my equip cards. How lucky is he there to have a Dark Hole? Alright, straight from his hand, that shouldn't actually have a lot of attack points. See if we can lure him into the dark terrain. Oh, 2,800. Wait, how can that possibly be 2,800? Yoranzo starts off with like 1,300. I'm impressed that he actually got that to 2,800 attack points. That's anything other than dark, isn't it? Yes. This should actually end the duel. Yeah. Since we lured Yoranzo into the dark terrain. Okay, good win. Kazajin gets promoted. Snakehair, Violet Crystal, Cyberstone. $4.45. Does the reincarnation count? Restart when... It does. The reincarnate count must reset when you use it. I thought it didn't, but it must do. Okay, so there's Bones beaten. From Raptor, you also get access to Darkness Ruler, who is probably not going to be much of a test because we already have Yami on the field. Alright, with all that darkness. And Stern Mystic is a very good card to draw this early against him. Because Stern Mystic can flip all his cards up. So Darkness Ruler will pretty much put a perimeter around himself. And will pretty much all be trap cards and stuff. Like he'll wait for you to attack him. And we'll put up his defense as he does. Let's put a Curse Breaker up towards him. So we definitely know that's a monster. Alright, he's got two monsters on the field. Alright, there goes his clown. His other monster's in range. But he's not going to be able to stalk around like this forever. Let's see what that card was. Yeah, it's an infinite dismissal. He's trying to pull me into a trap. Alright, let's get rid of Barracks, or Dark Chimera, whatever it is. Alright, we're right up in the deck leader's vicinity, so he's going to have to run. Alright, that'll be a monster card, because they won't run over your magic cards with their own monsters. Okay, Dark Magician Girl. Another 800 points. Skull Knight is right up to the deck leader. He can only last one more turn. Alright, he should be able to hit the deck leader unless that's a trap, which it is not. Or at least it's not triggering in that range. Okay. As expected, he was an easy duel. Alright, Cross Clown, Tears of the Mermaid, and Terror the Terrible. Okay, now we can head upwards. We would have the option between Keith and Pegasus. Don't worry about Bosworth, that comes up later technically. Let's do Keith first. Keith isn't too difficult. He's got a couple of troll cards like Blast Juggler and stuff. Generally, Keith's not too bad. He does have Barrel Dragon, which will be up around 3100, but no. Let's wait for Dark Magician. Alright, at 3100, let's move him in. Generally, first up, he usually plays Gigatech Wolf, Holograph. That's another one. Alright, with Dark Magician attacking from the front, Keith will usually run to the left. Well, let's send Unhappy Maiden that way. Patrol Robo. All opponent spell cards up. Alright, so we're going to keep advancing up into Keith's area. Just get rid of Gemini off. 2200 Neo is probably not going to win too many battles, but we'll send him that way anyway. Alright, Keith's in all sorts of trouble now. Got Dark Magician right next to him. I'm going to put that Monster Recovery card here, so he can't summon there. Move Unhappy Maiden in, Neo in. And we do have a Skull Knight with a Dark Energy to place as well. So his slot machine is going to have to run. Alright, Saber Slasher, that will lose to Neo. That's why we put Unhappy Maiden there. Get that flipped up. There's Yami as well. Let's move Dark Magician in. Let's activate Yami here. That way Neo can get a boost and pretty much just close off his deck leader. Dark Magician in. Giga Tech Wolf, easy win. And by now, Neo is spellbound, but it's fine. We can just summon Skull Knight and take the rest of his life points. Keith is usually always an easy win. Be interesting if we use like an insect deck or something against Keith. Skull Knight has been promoted again. Let's just avoid the fake trap. Alright, Holograph, Giga Tech Wolf, Giga Tech Wolf. Alright, I do have a reincarnation available, just for the fun of it. Let's utilize it. Let's do Kaiser Dragon, even though it's not going to give me anything unique, is it? Jirai Gumo? Okay, don't get that very often. Harpy's Pet Dragon, as per usual. And Flame Cerberus. Jiragumo. I only had 2 of Jiragumo, and I only had one of Jiragumo. I only had 1 of Flame Cerberus. And that's a Pyro, which I could use another one of them. And Harpy's Pet Dragon, obviously, I have 7 of. Okay, that's not too bad. Jiragumo is good for the insect deck. Flame Cerberus is good for the Pyro deck, so that was actually a good reincarnation. Alright, let's battle Labyrinth Ruler, and then we'll do Pegasus. Usually I do Pegasus later on because he's a bit of a troll. But we should be able to get through Labyrinth Ruler maybe sometime within the next 24 hours. I hate dueling this guy so much. He takes far too long to duel. So the thing is, because of the stupid way he has his field set out as well. So I need to get my deck leader up to that crushed terrain. Get my deck leader onto it so I can summon my cards over it. Alright, he's using life points every time he moves that. That means it is Jirai Gumo. Which is not too bad. It means I might be able to beat him a little bit quicker. Let's put Dark Magician up. I can't put Stone Mystic there because the Crushed Rain will eat him up. So let's put Magician of Faith here. So basically putting Magician of Faith there so I can occupy that spot. I can still get my deck leader onto it. Let's see what he has so far. All monsters. Shiragumo, Monster Tamer, Caterpillar and Dream Clown. Dream Clown is, when that's flipped up, it eternally spellbinds, so it's actually good to get that flipped up. Right, Curse Breaker. So Jirogumo will stall there. Caterpillar won't move. Monster Tamer isn't going to move either. Alright, let's put Skull Knight in. And now basically we are just going to rampage over everything in front of us. So Labyrinth Mage, he has cards that can enter the Labyrinth spaces and all that. Ukazi. The reason why I don't like dueling him is because it just takes ages. You have to run the perimeter of the field to get over these crushed terrains. Alright, we got rid of Monster Tamer. Let's push him up. And let's send Kazajin down this way. Let's get rid of Gemini off. Alright, so Kazajin is going to come all the way here and sit there on that crushed terrain until I either draw Yami or I can get around it somehow. So occasionally what he will do, he's got this crushed terrain here, occasionally what he does is he puts a magical labyrinth here. Or anywhere along this path as you're chasing him, and it stops him from being able to be reached. Pretty much just barricades himself in. He's just going to run that card over. So he'll basically just keep slapping cards down. I'm probably going to have to discard most of my deck just so I can get my Yami out. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of these. Well, he's going to have to keep running. He will eventually run out of space when he reaches that crushed terrain. May even be able to get Kazajin to reach that Caterpillar and attack it. Okay, there's Yami. Which, alright, let's put Yami down. Alright, and you just advance casually like this, you just keep going until you finally corner him off. There's a Sangha of the Thunder. Thunder deck's going to be very interesting. So, what have I done so far? I've done Warrior. I've done Dragon, and I've done Sea Serpent as well. He just teleported his Dream Clown, and it's still in attack mode. So I haven't got enough attack power to be able to knock it off, but I mean, what's he got? He's got one turn before he's pretty much cornered off. In fact, because Caterpillar's in attack mode, Kazajin can win the duel. And Spellbound, so Kazajin won't even get destroyed. Even better. There is a Gate Guardian ritual. I don't know if I have a Gate Guardian ritual. Oh, there's Sangha. Oh, nearly. I was aiming for the Gate Guardian ritual. I didn't land it. I don't know if I have it or not. Still, Gate Guardian's too difficult to summon. He's not worth it. Alright, now we head down to Pegasus. I will save before Pegasus because he can beat you. No matter what deck you have. And then we can beat Ishtar. Pegasus does have... I think he's got a Change of Heart card in his deck, which you need to be careful of. He can suddenly turn your monster against you and attack you just like that. He also has Ukazis and the works, so, you know, Pegasus can beat you no matter what deck you have. Alright, let's send Construct of Mask down that way. Alright, Skull Knight in at 3250. Pegasus won't have anything that can beat it for power, but he will be able to beat it with his traps and all that. And yes, Pegasus does have Mind Read. He won't attack your monsters if he knows he won't win. Or he knows that he can't win, so he won't attack. Play that down, but I'm not going to put it on that Skull Knight. I'm going to put it on the other one. Balance them out a bit. Military. Okay, Skull Knight can attack. I'm almost certain that's going to be a trap card. Yeah, what was it? Mesmeric Control. That's an 800 point drop. And a Spellbind for just one turn. It's alright, we can power Skull Knight back up again a little bit. So that's fine. Pegasus generally won't send anything to attack you. He'll just sit there and wait. So yeah, he is a bit of a troll. While he just litters the field with traps and all this. Change of Heart. Which means that Skull Knight is going to be 3150 and it's going to attack me. Sorry, hit the microphone again. Okay. Invisible Wire. Alright, I badly need Yami. You know what though? Let's move this here. Oh, there's Yami. Might play that then. I was going to say, we do have Magician of Faith as well. We can use Change of Heart on him. Okay, we can break apart most of his toon terrain, which is, it'll make it easier for me to attack him. Alright, so that's definitely a monster then. He doesn't really have any monsters that are that strong, so that won't be... Oh, no, he does have Toon Summon Skull, I think. I might need to be careful of that. There we go, Mesmeric Control. Alright, so what we'll do now, let's move Skull Knight in. So Skull Knight is in range to attack. Alright, Skull Knight's in range to attack again. Okay, let's get rid of these. And now, let's copy that Change of Heart card. So, I can't use it this turn. I can on the next. We know that's a monster. Right, his deck leader is still in range. Tori. Alright, let's change that. If it's a monster, then we've won. And it is a Toon World card. And oh, I shouldn't have actually attacked him from that spot. I should have attacked him from there, because then I could have actually come in here and attacked him with something else. I still might be able to. There you go, it was a Manga Ryuran was that monster that he put down. So it doesn't matter now, Pegasus is beaten. Alright, next up is Ishtar, who has crushed terrain all over her field, so an annoying duelist, but definitely not unbeatable. Mesmeric Control. Fake Trap, how did I miss? There's two of them in the reels. Alright, so like I said, Ishtar's not too bad. Although, because I've done the Spellcaster run maybe 2 or 3 times before this, and I keep getting beaten. I don't like losing. I don't want my perfect win rate to be broken. And I think one of the losses may have actually been against Ishtar. Okay, let's get rid of this. That's a fusion. That could be a Thunder Dragon or a Bolt Escargot. That's usually what she will fuse. Carishian and Boulder Tortoise. Okay, that will be an Aqua Dragon, I think. Oh, Mirror Wall. Gotta get rid of that. I can't have that on the field. That is arguably the most devastating card in the game, is Mirror Wall. Alright, well she's been jumped pretty early on, and if she gets anything with any attack, she can't really go into the crush terrain. Oof, yeah, it was an Aqua Dragon. Only just able to get over its attack points. Aqua Dragon is a very good card in this game. But alright, let's go around. I have to wait a turn. Okay, is that a monster? It is a monster. I wonder what that would be. Okay, let's put Skull Knight down. Might be able to convince her to attack. Yeah. Water element. Good for Crush Terrain, only being 1400. Alright, Skull Knight in. The Immortal of Thunder. 2500, jeez. Yeah, I guess. Terrain bonus and an equip card. Penguin Knight, easy win. Okay, let's put the Javelin Beetle pack there. Let's move this in and go on this side because Crush Terrain won't give a movement bonus. Aqua will. I think that's how I lost to her. She used the movement bonus and got me in the double movement on Aqua. Alright, finish her off. Good win. Alright, next after this is the final duelist, the last duelists. We'll do Richard III first, that's how Ghost Story. The Manawin, technically you do one of them after Yugi, but... Okay, dirt, water element, okay. Yugioh. Nothing really interesting in that. Okay. Zed, Pegasus, Keith. Yeah. Yeah, we've done everyone, haven't we? I haven't missed anyone. No. So after this, your next battle would be Richard the Slicing of York. So he's a pretty easy duelist. He doesn't. I think the best thing he has is an Empress Judge or a Judge Man, and maybe some equip cards, but not anything harder than Mai, for example. So, and then after this, it will be Kaiba and the two Manawins, Manawadan or whatever they're called. Yami on the first turn is pretty useful. So he usually plays M Warriors on his first turn. Skull Knight, Skull Knight. Alright, 3950. Double move, inside of the deck leader. Beautiful Headhunters. Okay, that's a decent opening card that he played, but that would have been 2600 in Meadow. It's Still not enough to beat a Skull Knight. And he has stopped his deck leader from moving, and he is now in range to be attacked. You absolute donut. Okay, 2 turns. What a duel. If only all of them were 2 turns. Alright, easy come, easy go. There'll be nothing in the graveyard slots except that beautiful Headhuntress and the battle stand and a legendary sword. Okay. Beautiful Headhuntress. I'm actually... I'm going to try and get a legendary sword. I don't know how many of them I have. I missed it. Have I done a warrior playthrough already? I can't remember. I don't think I have. Alright, next up is Kaiba. He is down at the Stonehenge. Alright, Dark Magician in. Alright, so... The Unhappy Maiden is a useful card when it's used in the right sense. Oh, did he just put Blue Eyes forward to... What in the world? I have never seen him do that before. Like, literally, I have never seen him do that before. That must have been a glitch or something. Clubby, you're lucky I didn't have anything. Usually he will run to his left or his right so he can sit behind the labyrinth and summon towards the middle. I've never seen Kaiba launch his deck leader forward 2 spaces like that to the middle of the field. Spellcasters other than Dark, that is Carcinogen. Get rid of that Mikazu. How do you even say that card? Mikazu Nin Ayoba. How do you say that? Let's say it slow. Mikazuki no Yaiba. Mikazuki no Yaiba. What a mouthful. Wouldn't have a Blue Eyes already, would he? Might. Now, I hate the fact that you can't say where you want that card to go, because I didn't want it to go there. That's my puppet ritual. Oh, it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay. Alright, Blue Eyes White Dragon is advancing. Skull Knight, very nice. Alright, that's one of his dragons down. Is that possibly a trap card in front there? It was. What was it? Magic Jammer. Usually he always runs this way. I'm going to put that Construct of Mass there so he can't summon towards the middle if he does run that way. Usually he does. He usually always runs to his right. And he likes to sit there and he likes to summon back towards the middle. Alright, so Skull Knight can go in and give chase. And get rid of the Magician of Faith. We don't need that anymore. It's looking like he just wants to barricade himself in his defences, which is very unlike Kyber. Alright. Dark Magician at 3000. Actually, I should have moved the Javelin Beetle pack forward first. Oh, doesn't matter. Okay, Stern Mystic. Yeah, let's flip everything up. Let's see what he's got. Royal Decree, Invitation to a Dark Sleep. Don't want that flipping up. When this guy. Oh, is that only one turn? I thought that was an eternal. Spellbind, Royal Decree, Ultimate Dragon Ritual. What do you have there? White Hole. Which will defend against a Dark Hole. So he's basically got nothing on the field. He's pretty much already beaten. Ultimate Dragon Ritual. Invitation to a Dark Sleep is beaten. He can't move the deck leader. He's got nothing in his deck to defend against this. This is a win. Okay, and the two Manawins are left. Now the Manawins, Manawidans or however you say their name, they are the cheapest duelists. They will not play fair. There's Invitation to a Dark Sleep. Let's try to get 3 of them. No, missed him. Magic Jammer. So I'm going to put Mirror Wall in my deck because it's only fair. And maybe even a Mirror Force. Because these two are, they use Ryoku, they use Raigekis. Ryoku alone is so badly broken. Like, it is so overpowered. Therefore, level sort. Deck cost, okay. So therefore I'm allowed to use broken cards of my own against them. It's only fair. So I don't have to, but I will. Let's get rid of all these ritual cards. Let's put in Mirror Wall. Let's put in some Brain Controls, a Change of Heart. The Swords of Revealing Light. Magic Drain. Yeah, we'll put a Magic Drain in. Either graveyard that will. Where's that Mimicat? It's like a roll and draw one card from the graveyard. That way if he uses Ryoku, I can copy it. Gorgon's Eye. Yep, let's put Gorgon's Eye. No, I've already got 40 cards. That'll do, as long as I got Mirror Wall. Okay, which one? We'll do the 1800 ranked one first. Quick save. Alright, in we go. Alright, Dark Magician in. Yami on first turn, which is no good now. Okay, there's Skull Knight. Let's put Brain Control on the field. Alright, that's definitely a monster. And it is a... oh, it's a barrel dragon. Okay. Well, if it's a barrel dragon, let's move it here. Let's destroy that face down of his. And move in Dark Magician. Alright, Skull Knight's now in range to attack. See, he has ridiculous cards, therefore it's only fair that I get to use ridiculous cards. Okay, let's move in. You know what, that can just sit there. Let's get rid of... let's put Swords of Revealing Light on the field to get ready to use that. Sanger of the Thunder. Alright, we'll spellbind his cards. Magic Drain. Could have waited another turn, but never was patient. Okay, Dark Magician's in range of the deck leader. Alright, that's the first hit on his life points. One more and he's done. Chakra. You know what, I may actually use that Grave Robber. And I'm going to grab hold of that Brain Control. Alright, we've nearly got him. That Baphomet will just sit there. The Magic Drain will cost me all my summoning points. It's gone into the crushed terrain. I would say that's probably a Labyrinth tank then. Not what I was expecting. Oh, it's Sujin. Okay, there's Change of Heart. Change of Heart should allow me to take control of that. And yeah, it's Labyrinth tank. Yeah, I thought it would be. Labyrinth tank's a very good card to have in a deck. It is the strongest card, natural attack, that can go into the Labyrinth terrain on the game. Blah blah blah. You don't get a secret card for getting 3 fake traps in a row, unfortunately, otherwise it would be too easy. Alright, the last Manawadan. Alright. He's pretty broken. He will... Alright, so I don't like this guy. He uses Ryoku, he uses all sorts of really cheap cards. He's not very friendly. Say that's probably a trap card. No? Okay, what was it? Last Day of the Witch. Destroys all spellcaster monsters on the field. Book of Secret Arts. We'll put that there to decline him of summoning space if he moves into those corners. Probably not a good idea to put that face up, because if I gain more life points, his Ryokyu can add more power to his monster. If I could draw Yami, that'd be good. But I'm probably not going to draw it, so... Alright, let's head this way. I'm not sure what that would be. A fusion monster? Let's see what that was. Curse of Dragon Queen. Okay, it'd be a Black Dragon Jungle King. Which isn't that strong. Right, I'm gonna put Rogue Doll down first. So I can flip up his attack and see what he's got. Let's put our own Skull Knight down. Alright, we'll win some tempo. I'll put Fairy Injection Lily there. Let's put that there. Alright, Fairy Injection Lily can actually start attacking. Has he got Mind Read ability? He must, because now that a monster's there, he's suddenly moved. It's just another cheat way that he's got to have an advantage on you, given already, like, the cards that he has in his deck, you know, aren't enough. So now, basically, we're just going to go all the way over until we are on top of his deck leader. Force, there's a Ryokyu. And he can probably win the duel if he attacks. Alright, well, I'm going to need life points now, aren't I? Because he has tremendous fire, so That does 1,000 points of damage, and if he uses 2 of them I would lose. Now he needs to use at least 3 of them, which he does have. Let's discard this entire hand. Gorgon's Eye, fantastic. Well, at least my fairy's safe because that was already in defense mode before he played that, of course. Alright, well that Dark Magician's now buggered, he's spellbound eternally. Oh, okay, I've got a Curse Breaker. Yeah, I've got a Mimicat as well. Alright, I think I'll have it copy that Ryoku card of yours. Then I'll use Curse Breaker on the Magician, and then he's going to have about 3750. Oh, I have Brain Control as well. Could I do something with Yami in this spot as well? I'm trying to think, 'cause if I can just get one attack onto him, he'll lose. Fantastic. That'll put him back up to 4,000 life points. Alright, first of all, I need to get rid of that Gorgon's Eye. Alright, there's a Change of Heart, which could be quite devastating. So because it's all crushed terrain in there, he can't get his stronger monsters in there. Alright, let's get rid of Gorgon's Eye. Time Seal. That will eternally spellbind the monster on the field that has the highest amount of attack. We've got Change of Hearts, we've got Brain Controls. Alright, we can use a Brain Control to get hold of, I'm assuming, his Feral Imp. And I can attack his card that's in the corner there. there's a Yami right next to him. I might actually be able to jump him here where his deck leader is standing. If we put that forward, put that here. Yeah, we should be able to jump him with Skull Knight. Not quite, we haven't killed him. Haven't knocked him. Ah, that spot! If he had a monster in his hand, he could have summoned it in there. I've made that mistake once before. And he's gotten me in the past from me doing that. I'm lucky that time, but we will get the win. These Manawardens are ridiculous. They're so difficult to duel against. Mainly because they can beat you just using Ryoku and 2 tremendous fires. Anyway, doesn't matter. Alright, that is the Spellcaster run done. It did pretty well. It doesn't do as good as some other decks, and which is to be expected really, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's definitely not going to be the worst one we do. Let's end it with doing a reincarnation. Let's see if we can get anything fun. Invited to a dark sleep. Let's do Magic Jammer. What we get? Soul of the Pure, that's not too bad. Although you can get it from Taya. Forest, okay. And Panther Warrior. Alright, well, Soul of the Pure, I already had, okay, I only had one Panther Warrior, I guess that's one thing. Well, if you've made it this far, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate the support to the channel. I will try and do more of these as they seem to be pretty popular. A lot of people seem to really like Duelist of the Roses. As it is a classic, so which type will I do next? I don't know. Maybe zombies. I might do zombies next. Anyway, take care. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe wherever you are in the world.